interview that Schottenheimer said, and I need to get that interview, but he talked about last year, and listen to me when I said this, because I talked about this in my last show about what you learn from coaches, and how Krista Parker is learning how to manage the job of a defensive coordinator. Not saying he don't know how to be a defensive coordinator, but there's a way to manage, because it's a different responsibility than being an assistant coach. And he's got to learn how to manage his time and to delegate his time and to delegate stuff, but also keep it all under control and making sure he keep a tight ship. And that takes some time to learn. But I heard the interview that Schottenheimer said that he's learning from his first year being a head coach. And see, I like that. I don't like guys like, we quote this, we got leadership in this country that say they don't never make no mistakes. I like people that can tell you they make mistakes, but they're trying to get it right. But Schottenheimer said that he learned some things from being his first year head coach, and he was teaching a guy in Clayton Adams as his first year being an offense coordinator. So Schottenheimer kind of leaned on his prowess of being a offensive coordinator for 15 years. So he kind of bled into Clayton Adams to getting Clayton Adams adjusted of handling the whole offense and all the assistant coaches in the offense, which is a change. And he said that he missed some things in the defense, and by the time he came to start giving suggestions, bad habits, it was too late. Because bad habits had set in and it was too late to fix it. And it started going downhill. And he said this year, he's going to be more involved in the defense of just looking at stuff, making sure things is to his liking. But he learned that from his experience of being a first-time head coach last year. Clayton Adams is going to be better as a full-time offensive coordinator this year, because he probably learned there's some things that I had to adjust my time to. Schottenheimer told people how he had to learn those things for being a first-time head coach. I know how that goes. There's a difference when you become a coordinator than a position coach. You got to learn how to delegate your time. Every coach has a specialty that they levitate to. Dan Quinn was defensive line. Zimmer was defensive back. This guy's going to be defensive back. Clayton Adams probably is offensive line. They have a specialty. But now they're the coordinators of the whole offense or the whole defense. So they can't gravitate. So Schottenheimer learned from last year, as he said, that he seen some stuff going defense where he was giving more attention to offense because he was helping his offensive coordinator, that he missed some things on the defensive end, and when it got out of hand, he was too far for him to get. Go back and watch when Schottenheimer talked about that. So now Parker is learning, and he said that thing, he said, man, I find myself twiddling my thumbs when we go in the team area, and I kind of gravitate to the defensive backs. Yes, that's good, but this is what I would suggest, because I've been there. Because when I became a defensive coordinator, I was an offensive line, defensive line coach. That's what I gravitate to. But this is what I would suggest, as my coach told me. He said, Coach, you got to get away from over there. Spend your time at linebacker, more time at linebacker, defensive back. Not overcoaching. You're not overrunning the coaches. Allow your coaches to coach. Keep an eye on that D line over there, and you can do a lot of stuff on the back end, off the field, to make sure it's right. And when you're watching film and everything else, but allow your coaching staff and your defensive staff to understand that it takes it everything. And I'm on point with everything. And now you give yourself a bigger perspective. Because when you're the mantle, everything runs through you. They may have suggestions, but their suggestions have to come to you and get your stamp of approval. And your stamp of approval also got to be stamped by the head coach. But that's a difference when you're in control of the whole thing.